Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 106. My name's Sloan Kelly.
Do it. My name's Jody Kelly.
Do what? It's very aggressive.
Well, sorry. I was watching Revenge of the Sith.
I was gonna say Starsky and Hutch.
Came over all, Palpatine-esque there.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Order 66.
It's good, that film, but
Does that come a side of prawn crackers?
Order 66. That's your shredded beef there with your fried rice.
We get 2 portions of boiled rice. 2? I better make it 3, mate.
Mm-hmm. That's order 67, mate. Yeah, I watched that and it was good, right? But it suffers a lot from the we're straight in. It suffers a lot from the same things as the other, the prequel trilogy. I think
that is the prequel.
The Rush thing. Sorry, the sequel trilogy.
Right. Yeah.
They rush the story. They cram things in. They don't quite finish threads. Yeah.
So apparently the whole death of Padme thing was a bit last minute. Feels a bit last minute when you come to think about it, because it's like, and then she died of a broken heart. It's like, did she?
See some of the lines in it as well. Don't make me kill you. I actually laughed out loud at some of those lines now.
Don't make me kill you. What is that from?
That's what Anakin says to Obi Wan. When
he's on Mustafar.
He says, "I've got the higher ground."
Yeah.
Oh no, is it? No. God, I just watched it yesterday, but it was. I think it's maybe at the beginning of that or at the higher ground. I think. Right in the comments where it is.
Yeah, comments below.
Yeah.
If you're driving
don't
a car,
make me kill
don't
you.
comment below.
Yeah, that's a bad line. And then when
there's a whole
obviously when the Emperor comes to get him and all that, Daddy's here. He doesn't say that.
But he's just standing around as well, like a council manager with his clipboard, watching the robots do all the work at the end as well. Because he's just standing there, bring it over there. You missed a bit of the tar in there. Ugh.
Do you know what George Lucas does as well? Right, he's got all the lava going on, right? Because I've not seen this for a while, but he's got all the lava going on. They're fighting and all that, and a wee droid comes in for no reason, just for and goes, and then flies away. Yeah. I'm like, God, is there not enough crammed into that scene that you need to, stick in a droid, a floating droid as well?
It's
bonkers.
I think the problem with George Lucas is he likes making movies, but he doesn't like dealing with those horrible organic things called actors that are in his movies. So what he can do is, in the edit, he can then manipulate them and like cut them apart and move them together. He basically wants to be an animator. I think he's a failed animator, and he wants to do that. And he doesn't like the idea of dealing with like fleshy things a lot.
Honestly, man, it was. I did enjoy it, but you could edit those 3 movies down.
Oh yeah,
and into really quite a good movie. I think. You could. I've seen them.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have.
In the pub,
we've talked about it a million times, but yeah, I mean, I've seen.
What we're talking about again?
Yeah, even the Phantom Menace. I've seen the re-edit of the Phantom Menace, the Phantom Edit. It's called. Yeah. And it's done really well. They cut out things. The beginning with is it Nemodian? They call the guys at the beginning.
Oh yeah, the what are we going to do? Those guys.
Aye. Yeah. Well, they give them a instead of just having a racist accent, they actually give them a language, and it's dubbed. And it makes those scenes so much better.
Yeah.
So much better. Yeah. Anyway, it's all in the editing.
It is. Well, I mean, that's what George thinks as well.
Mm-hmm. So how are you?
Unfortunately, I'm fine. I haven't actually been. I've just been kind of super busy at work, so I've not really been watching much in the way of things.
I know, because we were
I'm not
supposed
gonna
to do
lie.
it in
We're supposed to be in WandaVision for a start,
yeah.
and I had to blow that off. We're supposed to do it on Friday. That was when we were supposed to do it. When it comes out, but we're going to postpone and we're going to do it tomorrow, which is the Monday.
Yeah.
Our reaction. Do you want to get into it just now? Do you want to talk about WandaVision? Because I think
both watched it.
the I think people will still get a kick out of us watching the reveal or watching the what's it called?
Watch a long reaction.
Yeah, the reaction video. But my overall impression was when I watched the bit of hair's just really annoying me. I can just see it. Like, oh my, I know.
Goddamn hippie.
When the Mandalorian, I'm going to go back to the Mandalorian. So this is the first big TV show that Disney Plus did. When the Mandalorian hails a taxi and he gets in a speeder and he goes to the Razor Crest for the first time, I'm like, I'm in. That's it. This is the best thing ever, because it was just this mundane part of the universe that you don't get to see a lot, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. This is the nuts and bolts of stuff that I love, like world building. I love that kind of stuff. And so they released 2 episodes of WandaVision, and I watched both of them, and I was like, okay. I wasn't.
You want to get to the meat and potatoes?
I don't want to get to. So I know what I kind of know what they're building up to, but and I guess it's a slow burn, and I'm okay with I love slow burn stuff. I don't have a problem with slow burn things, but a lot of the jokes for me just fell flat. Like, it felt like they were trying too hard. Like Elizabeth Olsen, I thought was fantastic. The mum from that 70s show, she was brilliant. The guy that played the boss, Mr. Hart, he was fantastic as well. But Paul Bettany, he's just a little bit wooden. And I don't know if it's that whole British, when you see British people acting against Americans, it's like,
I thought he get the biggest laugh actually in the whole thing so far, a couple of times. Well, in fact, he got the biggest laugh in the first episode, I think, for me anyway, with the whole ukulele scene.
That was quite funny. Yeah, that was funny.
I thought that was good. And when they did the drunk, or not drunk, but the chewing gum stuck in his doing the magic show.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. I actually thought it was good.
That was a good sequence, actually. That whole magic thing. I thought, oh God, what's her name? The next door neighbor, Agnes.
Oh, she's good.
She was
in
fantastic.
Bad Moms, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's in Saturday Night Live. That's where she can get started. She's hilarious. She's really good. Everybody else is fine.
And there's there's a mystery going on, obviously, clearly, when colour starts to appear, and the next that character you're talking about, there's clearly something going on. She keeps mentioning her husband, but
Ralph, he's
not in it.
He's not in it, no. Well, not yet, anyway.
Not yet. I'm intrigued, and I'll tell you what's weird, right? You watch a show like that with Danny. Danny's 9 years old, my son, and he loves Marvel. But he's like, is it going to be this all the way through? What is this? Then see when it finished, the first episode finished, it was like, can you watch next one? I was like, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and then on Saturday, Evelyn was like, oh, we'll watch another episode of that thing we were watching last night. So we're all pretty intrigued, and I was like, no, not until Friday. It's not out. So I think we're all invested. I know what you mean, because it's not maybe what you expected, but
I'm not quite there yet
for a Marvel show. But
I think everything is a bold choice, and I don't have like I don't. There's nothing. Okay, there's nothing in it I hated. Like there's a lot of things like we could talk about in the sequels and the prequels of Star
talk
Wars.
about that Monday, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there was nothing like I didn't like. I liked the whole Dick Van Dyke Bewitched because that was the two shows that were doing. I think they're doing the Brady Bunch next. It looks like they're going into the Brady Bunch because they're going into the 70s. It's like 50s, 60s, and I guess it'll be 70s next. And it'll be like probably an 80s sitcom. Then I'll probably do Friends or something. But whoever's directing it and writing it clearly knows their 50s and 60s sitcoms because the openings for both those, there was the Dick Van Dyke ripoff one where Dick Van Dyke trips over the sofa. That's in there as well. And apparently Dick Van Dyke was brought in as a consultant for that first episode.
Yep, I saw that.
Put the sofa over there. I don't know, but it was very 1950s, 1960s tropes of the wife doesn't know the boss.
But it was really well done. Really, it was very.
Did you notice the aspect ratio switch? So the Marvel card starts.
Oh, the end.
Well, the Marvel card starts and then it fades into the black and white and it goes to that kind of like condensed sound thing. But then it chops off the sides and it goes into 4:3 aspect ratio for the remainder of the show, which was nice. And like it had that kind of 1950s style to it as well.
I mean, it was completely believable the way that they've done it and filmed it, and the acting even was very of that age. Yeah, and it wasn't a surprise to us the way. I mean, they'd set it up in the trailers that that's what it was going to be, right? I don't think it's going to stay that way all the way through the series.
I don't think it is
going
either.
To break into.
Yeah,
I think somebody said online after episode 3, they're going to discover, where they are and why. Because they couldn't remember things.
Yeah, because they couldn't remember.
They couldn't remember.
And that was how the episode started. Was April 23rd. There's a heart on it. Oh, it must be our anniversary, and that's why she goes off and has this romantic idea of what the meal should be. And he's found out it's the boss that's coming over. But of course, back then they didn't have cell phones. Nobody talked to each other, and so they didn't get the message. And so that trope comes up. There was a lot of
also
in-joke Marvel-y things as well.
Yeah, Stark products and
Stark products. Yep, there was Stucker as well. Was the name of the watch, which is named after Baron Stucker. I actually googled that myself. I'm quite proud of that. I didn't have to go and get like a third party to explain things to me. I'm like, that name sounds familiar. Was he not in one of the? Is that not the guy that was in Sokovia where they were being held captive?
Aye, well, the watch has got that. Oh God, what do you call the thing?
Yeah, the Hill Hydra.
Hydra. Aye,
Hill Hydra.
Yeah, the kind of octopus symbol. Yeah. So we'll be talking more in depth about that tomorrow.
Yes,
with James.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. Like, I don't think it. I think it's just a slow start. I was talking to David about it, and he refused to watch the first 2 episodes. He doesn't like black and white movies. He doesn't like black and white. Won't watch anything with black and white in it. I'm like, okay. So
he's missing out.
I think he. I mean, I think he is. I think they're setting it up for something. They clearly are setting it up for something. I mean, there's the whole big sword thing as well at the end of the first episode. That big reveal. And so that's all kind of intriguing as well. So
the coloured helicopter,
which is the Iron Man colours, the repulsor sound as well. That sound when it powers up.
Very intriguing. I do like that. I must admit, I like the kind of mystery. It's like a little bit Twin Peaksy.
Yeah. Also, somebody pointed out that the area code of Westfield or wherever the village is one town over from where the army base is supposed to be in New Jersey, where they make Captain America.
Yeah.
So that could be related to that as well.
Is that from the phone? Is that from the phone code?
Yeah, there's the area code. Yeah.
Or area code.
Yeah.
I think that was New Rockstars pointed that out, isn't it?
I think it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an interesting one as well.
He goes very deep.
He does go very deep. Yeah.
We don't go.
We're very, very superficial as far as that's concerned. We're just interested in, is it a good story? And is it well acted?
Tip.
That's right.
Just a tip.
That's fine. Thanks for that. That'll come in a t-shirt soon.
First edit.
That's right. Yeah, I can't. I don't edit.
Fine, the kids won't get it. It's like a Shrek joke.
That's right. Yeah. Right. Do you think he's compensating for something? Donkey.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I've got a large list here for things that I watched. You've been busy for somehow you've been busy stuck in your own house, right?
Well, working from home.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I did watch though, and we binge watched the entire thing this week, so we've not been completely like without television. Jack Ryan season 2.
With thingy from The Office.
Oh, he's a cracker. Yeah, it's much better than season 1. Season 1 was okay. It was very much Jim from The Office gets given an AR-15.
Jim from The Office.
But this one is Jack Ryan. It's proper Jack Ryan, badass guy.
Good.
Really good. Michael Kelly's in it from House of Cards. You recognise him, the bald guy.
Amazon?
Yeah. What's her fate? The woman from Narcos is in it as well. Actually, the guy from Narcos is in it as well. Not the main guy, but one of the guys that works for the Cali cartel. He's in it as well. So yeah, it was really good. He plays General Miguel. I can't remember what his name is, but Miguel was his name. So anyway, yeah.
Nice.
2 thumbs way up.
I watched
all the sequels.
I watched The American Office for the first time.
Really?
I've never watched it before.
What?
I refused to watch it because I watched the Ricky Gervais original. So I refused to watch it.
Because you're anti-American.
But its first few episodes are almost identical to the...
They're very identical, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They've changed a few references, but apart from that, it's... Yeah. I thought, it's on Netflix now, the full booner. So
it gets much, much better, and it gets a bit surreal, and it's just as cringy as the British Office, but not quite as cringy. But
the racial one was pretty cringy.
Yeah.
Episode 3 or something, 4 maybe. Very cringy.
Yeah. Yes.
Considering it's him that created the racial slur.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in on the guy doing the...
It's Chris Rock, isn't it? I think he's doing a Chris Rock
routine.
Bit. Yeah. And then he does it again during the seminar.
He does it during the thing? It's really good. I really liked it.
Yeah. He is fantastic. And when NBC got to renew the contract and they said, no, we'll just stall and maybe he'll go away, and they didn't renew it, it was the worst thing ever. Michael Scott was just the best. He was actually better than David Brent. Like he was actually, by the end, he was a more tragic character than David Brent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a great show, honestly. The Office, America.
Well, it was me and Jay watched it, right?
Yeah.
We watched the first two or three, and I was like that to him the next night. I was like, "Oh, do you want to watch another Office?" He's like, "Oh, I've binge watched like another 5 episodes since." So I was like, "Oh well, you're on your own then."
Yeah.
Clearly. So he's just blasting it.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of that Brooklyn Nine.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He's a big fan of that.
Yeah, that's
he's watched that quite a number of times.
Yeah. That and Superstore. Actually, to be honest, NBC has got some great sitcoms out there. There's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Office, and Superstore. They're hilarious. Yeah. They're all kind of workplace things, but they're really good. Like Andy Samberg is the sort of main character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He plays Jake Peralta. There's an episode in there with Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us, and it is just the best episode. It's not the best episode, but it's like a fantastic episode to watch. And Superstore's just hilarious as well. In fact, that started up recently.
Actually.
Yeah, that's great. It's basically they're working on a Walmart, and there's like 5 seasons of it. You blast through it in like a week. Honestly, let's just watch an episode.
It's not on here in Prime. You can get it, but
it's on Netflix in Canada now.
All right, okay. I can get it on Netflix then.
Canada.
All right, I'll search for it.
But yeah, I recommend that. Superstore.
Cool. We are 20 minutes in, and I've not even started my list. Well, I suppose we kind of have a little bit. I'll need to blast through it, I think, because I've got a lot. I don't know if I mentioned I watched The Stand. We started watching The Stand with Stephen King.
Was that not like 4 weeks ago or something? You clearly watched the first episode and then went.
No. We only just started watching one. It was Evelyn's birthday.
What are you talking about then?
Last week.
Okay.
Through the week, and we watched 2 episodes just this week here.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've spoken about it.
Okay.
It's about a sort of pandemic that's happened, and
I'm familiar with it. It's based on a Stephen King book. Sorry, on you.
No. This is not for you. This is for the listeners.
Oh, yeah, I know. I realized.
Remember, this is a podcast.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, why is he telling me this? And I'm like, no, it's not for me. It's exposition. I'm sorry.
Sloan, you're not my audience. Remember.
I know. I'll just nod and say okay.
I think you've read the book, haven't you?
I'll cut that bit out.
Did you read the book? Book?
I think
you must have done. Anyway, I know you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
So there's been some sort of pandemic kind of thing, and it's like I think there's some sort of religious connotations as well going on. We're only in the second episode, so not too sure, but it's so far good. It's it's your boy from Westworld, and he's in Enchanted.
Ed Harris?
No.
Oh,
James, the younger guy.
Jimmy Marsden. Cyclops.
Yeah. Yes. Aye. Yes, an X-Men. Aye.
Yeah. Please, Teddy.
Aye. Teddy in Westworld. Yeah. So he's always good. Always like him.
Yeah.
And 2 episodes in, I'd heard kind of bad things about it actually, but I think that's people that maybe read the book and expected,
But stop, people. You're not. Look, I love the movie Ready Player One. Is it as good as the book? Arguably no. But is it a good representation of what you can get in a movie based on that book? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it a good movie? Yes.
Yeah. It's got a good story.
Because a book,
slightly deviates from
it. A book is a book, right? And a movie is a completely different thing.
Are we explaining books versus... Is it the rules of charades now we're explaining? And this is a play. This is a play.
Film.
That's right. Song.
You know them all.
3 words. First word. Sounds like.
What's a dance?
It's the Wild and Crazy Guys dance. Yeah, it is, yeah. For those of you who listening on the radio, Jodie's wearing the red shirt.
No.
No, they don't know. It's a radio.
Anyway, that's good. The next one is Greenland. I think it's Ang Lee's. He directed it, and it's got Gerard Butler in it, who's known for
he also directed
being in
Hulk, so you know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and Life of Pi, which is a great film as well. Greenland is Gerard Butler, which immediately puts the old alert on, going bad film. Do
you know what he's called over here?
What?
Gerard
Butler.
Gerard Butler.
French influence, of course.
Gerard. It's Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerard. Sorry.
Gerard Butler.
Call him Gerald.
Not Gerald.
Jerry.
We call him Jerry over here.
Jerry.
Jezza.
He's from Paisley, isn't he?
Jezza's more Jeremy, isn't it?
Actually, no, is he from Paisley or is he from Elderslie? No,
I think he's
McAvoy's from
Elderslie.
Elderslie. James McAvoy's from
Is he?
Elderslie. I think I'm
Is
looking it up. No, they're from McAvoy's from Glasgow and Butler's from Paisley.
Aye.
Anyway, so yeah, you're watching Greenland with
I've just had
Jerry
that confirmed.
Yep.
Yeah, so the alarm bells go off. He's in a an action movie. Whoop whoop whoop. He's in a disaster movie. Whoop whoop whoop. It's Gerard Butler. Whoop whoop whoop. He's a decent film for a long time.
I'm surprised it's not called Greenland
film, man. This is a good film. Well, exactly. I heard actually the last one of that wasn't too bad.
Was that London Has Fallen? I think I watched it. I'm a sucker for Gerard Butler's crappy
There's Olympus. Olympus Has Fallen.
I think it's London Has
Fallen. The worst
Fallen.
film I've ever seen, maybe, could be. The worst film I've ever seen him in was that Geostorm.
Oh, I've not seen that. No.
It's possibly the worst film I've ever seen in my life.
Was he in Gamer as well?
Yeah, he was.
Gerard, if you're watching, get a new agent, man.
Well, he must have a new agent because Greenland is good. It really is good.
Right, okay then.
Yeah, very, very good. Very scary because it's pretty realistic. It's all about an asteroid heading for Earth.
All right, and it's going to hit Greenland.
Types. Total distinction. Extinction.
It's an existential crisis. It's easy for you to say.
Off a minute.
Right.
That's better.
Okay.
So that's good. I blasted the old Night Stalker, which sounds like wrong.
With a shotgun?
That sounds very wrong.
So Sam was talking about this. So I wonder if this is another Netflix. That looks like a good idea because it was on American Horror Story. Like Night Stalker was on American Horror Story, and then they've got a documentary series about Night Stalker. They seem to do that quite a lot, Netflix, where it's like, oh, that's interesting, and then they just like write something up quickly.
Well, it's a short, limited 4-episode thing. Little bit repetitive, kind of, but
does it have the drone shot?
Well done. Probably. No, I'm so immune to the drone shots now. I can't even remember. But it's actually pretty good. It's only 4 episodes, so you could blast it. And it's all about Robert Ramirez, the Night Stalker, serial killer, who was one evil.
Yes, he was.
Not even funny. Devil of a man. Oh my god! And they didn't realize it was a serial murders because it was basically kids, old people, young people, middle-aged people, men, women, didn't care.
No, this guy was
so
like
steroids. Yeah, man. And the only reason I knew was because he left his bloody footprints everywhere, and he wore the same trainers every time. Spoilers.
I wonder if Jonathan Groff's going to get to interview him in Mindhunter season 3.
Probably. He probably will. That gets
released, 2017 or 2072 or whatever.
2072. Well, funnily enough, he was on death row, but he was on death row for 2 years and then died of cancer. I didn't realise that. I thought he was killed in death row.
Same as
20 years
Dahmer.
he was on.
Dahmer was killed in death row.
He was murdered.
As I'm saying, he was killed in death row.
Dahmer.
Yeah.
Dahmer was murdered by a prisoner.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Right, I thought you meant he was killed while he was waiting. Aye. Right, okay. I thought you meant actually.
No. The other one.
The old day.
Yeah, the old that's a Shiv thing. Yeah.
What's that? The helicopter treatment.
It's my helicopter.
That's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
There you go, practical
Get to the
effects.
chopper. That's it going away. Yeah. Anyway.
I just imagine everyone just watching this going like, these guys are idiots. Click.
We're having fun tonight. Well, we're having fun at least.
Exactly.
Dark Encounter we watched, which was a alien thing. It's like this girl goes missing, but it's an alien in Dark Encounter. For it's a wee bit like kind of Signs, a little bit like Signs, a little bit like
Alien.
Close Encounters.
Right.
It's quite a couple of bits of Close Encounters they stole, and a few bits from Signs they've stole. It's okay, and it actually is quite the ending is quite satisfactory when it all ties up. It's actually okay. It's okay. I don't know if I'd recommend it. It's probably a 6 out of 7, 6 out of 10.
Success.
Number. It's on Prime. It's okay.
Cool.
Cinema night was Hellboy 2 and iRobot. We're going retro.
Oh, okay.
So it was the original Hellboy, Big Ron Perlman.
Big Ron Perlman, yeah.
And then iRobot.
Big Will Smith.
Both good films. Both solid stuff. Guillermo del Toro.
Here's my quote from iRobot. I didn't kill him.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, looks good actually. The special effects still look really good, and so does Hellboy 2.
Alan Tudyk, his first voiceover role, I think.
That's right. In fact, he's in both of those films. He is in both films. I'm sure of it.
Is he?
He plays the Aquaman guy.
Oh, okay.
And that was just pure coincidence.
He's got a new show out. He plays an alien.
All right.
Living on planet Earth, who looks very much like Alan Tudyk.
And obviously, he also plays Rogue One's robot.
K2SO.
K2SO, yeah. It's bad, I can't remember that.
I can't remember that. Imperial robot as well.
Then we've spoken about WandaVision, we've spoken about Revenge of the Sith, and oh my god, I'm still going. Jaxie.
Jaxie? Jaxie for Janice?
Jaxie. This is a movie. It's the guy from Modern Family, you know, the young lad that's the babysitter for
Oh yeah. Adam. Yeah. I know the guy you mean.
What's his name?
Adam. Is it Adam? Yeah.
Can't remember the actor's name, but anyway. He is obsessed with his phone, and his phone smashes when he meets.
Adam Devine.
Is that his name? Is it?
Yeah, Adam Devine.
Anyway, his phone smashes, and he has to go and get a new one. And this phone's a bit of a smart ass, and it's a little bit Black Mirror-ish, but not as clever.
Okay.
Quite crude, actually. The humour's pretty crude.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it kind of puts me off a little bit, but it was okay. It was okay.
I
we watched that.
Like just shock for shock's sake. It's like
nah, nor me. I don't like it. I prefer my comedy to be a bit.
It's like it's the equivalent of a 4-year-old kid walking up to you, like you're at a party or something like that, or a barbecue. Remember that in the before times when people had barbecues and you could go around to back gardens. And the 4-year-old kid, and the 4-year-old kid would come up to you and he's all like jitty, excited, and all that kind of stuff. And you go, "What's up, man?" And he goes, "Poopies," and then runs away. Is that equivalent humor?
Yeah,
All right, great.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my first beer.
Poopies or boobies?
Poopies.
It's
going to roll a d6 to see if that landed. No, I didn't.
Yeah. We watched Ant Middleton and Rebel Wilson having a chat in a desert in Mexico.
That sounds riveting.
That's a show.
Is it?
It's Ant Middleton is, just to
Who's-
let you know, is a ex-SAS man who's got like this show now where he talks to people camping out and stuff.
Talks down to them.
And his first, no, it was actually really good. It kind of gets people to open up, and
Like a tauntaun?
like a tauntaun, open up like a tauntaun. That should be a thing. How many years will it take for that to be a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Start
baby.
counting.
And I thought they smelled bad from the outside. And that was it. That was big. I went through it quite quickly. So
So this week, like I said, we were watching Jack Ryan, which I haven't listed here for some reason. Watched WandaVision, obviously. Sam had never seen Pixels.
Oh, really?
So
that's quite a staple one for our house, I can tell you.
We sat and watched that again. I hated that movie when it first came out. Like, I just loathed it. Like proper Jim Carrey loathe. I think it's okay. I don't mind it.
I like it.
It's formulaic dribble. It's Adam Sandler's this geek guy that no one likes. There's a love interest that begins with V, and he like falls in, like, she doesn't like him initially, and then he does something to redeem himself, and blah blah blah. Kevin James is in it because Kevin James has to be in it because he's got some weird contract with him that he's got to be in these things. It's directed by Chris Columbus, though, the man who gave us the 2 Home Alone movies and a couple of Harry Potters, and was John Hughes' protege. So yeah, it can't be that all that
and
bad.
If you've read Ready Player 2,
I haven't yet.
Have you not? All right.
No.
Okay. I'm not saying any more then.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get to it. I started watching. Actually, I watched the Bills game was on last night. They were playing the Ravens and they beat them, which means that the mighty Buffalo Bills are going on to the AFC Championship game. It's very exciting.
Okay, you're excited. Sorry, you were talking about that last week and you're excited. This sounds quite exciting, actually.
Yes. So it was an exciting game yesterday. I'm looking forward to an exciting game next week. If touch wood, the winner of the AFC Championship goes through to the Super Bowl to fight the champions of the NFC. So I'm very excited about.
They're going to fight each other.
Each other. Boxing gloves and everything. Axes.
Aye.
No.
Right.
I started watching The Aviator yesterday, but we were doing something, so I couldn't finish it. It's an exciting. I like it. So far,
Martin Scorsese Aviator.
Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. John C. Reilly's in it. Yeah, but it's very stylized. It's how to describe it.
That's a great film.
It feels like it's been shot in black and white, and they've done that crappy recoloring job that people did, because the grass is like blue-ish and people's faces are a kind of like washed out orange, and it's just very orangey tealy. It is beautifully shot. I love it. I love the aesthetic of it. I think it's really well done. I'm enjoying the acting. You know, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's Scorsese's new De Niro. And I've never seen it before, so I'm looking forward to finishing it. I'll probably finish it.
Have you never seen that before?
Never seen it, no.
All right, I really enjoyed that film. I've not seen it for a long time because I watched it when it first came out, and it was the first film I'd watched the Scorsese's for a wee while that I really enjoyed at that point, because I think he'd made, or was it? Is that true? Did he make a couple of ones that I wasn't that interested in? Anyway, whatever. I really enjoyed that film. I thought it was really good.
So I'm going to go back to that and watch that. I haven't finished it though.
Nice one.
And that's what we watched Superstore as well, so that's back this week. So we watched
Mhm.
that.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Should we talk news?
Yeah.
Should we talk that you keep sending me Daily Mail links?
No. Don't tell people that.
Jory sent me a Daily Mail link twice. First of all,
Well, it was good though. To be fair,
yes, it was. The first one was a cracker.
second one I sent you thought was a joke.
The,
Wait a minute. Here,
well,
wait a minute. The
we
content
should lead
wasn't
with
a
that.
joke, but
We should lead with that one. Murderer and disgraced producer Phil Spector dead at 81 from complications of COVID. So I'm assuming he died in prison because that's where he would have been.
yeah.
You know. Okay.
Shot a woman, didn't he?
Yeah, an
Shot a
actress.
woman, he murdered.
Yeah.
Aye.
And then turned up at court with all these crazy wigs, like massive bouffant wigs.
Bonkers.
And the guy's insane, but
What?
not insane enough to be tried for murder.
What a way! What a way to end your career. You know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Rolf Harris. I'm looking at you, Gary Glitter. Yeah. These guys.
But the thing is, it's not. They don't. The madness doesn't come out of no. Like the madness has always been there. Like this is not something that's new. Like when the lead singer of the Ronettes, she was married to him for like 4 or 5 years or something like that. And she said if I didn't get out, he was going to kill me because he had this coffin in their basement of their home that was a glass top coffin, and he said one of these days I'm going to put you in there. Like that's what he kept telling her. Like the man was just, and that was back in 1968, 69. So I mean, this isn't crazy. Is not, and again, not too crazy enough not to stand trial. But he's clearly demented, psychotic, shall we say?
Bonkers.
Not psychotic enough to
remember his hair.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like big mad hair, bunch afro.
Do you remember the one as well that
his hair was like?
He came in, and I swear to God, he looked like Fester in Addams Family Values because he had the page boy haircut as well at one point.
That's right. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Just
some images.
Insane. I'll try and find one actually.
But remember, he was in the John Lennon documentary, "Give Me Some Truth" as well, which was the making of Imagine.
Yeah.
And John Lennon, was shouting at him and stuff. Oh God, that's
is
that a wig? That's not a wig, is it?
That is a wig.
The main picture.
Yeah. These are wigs.
That's a wig.
These are wigs.
Well, the big one, the big hair.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. So for those of you watching in radio, he has a bald head. He's not completely bald. He's got that kind of male pattern baldness thing going on. But he looks like, and I swear to God this is true, Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. That's what the wig looks like.
Yeah, with a wig.
Yeah.
And then the other wig, he looks like...
he looks like Uncle Fester.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow. Oh, this one. Yeah, this
one. He looks like Barry Manilow there.
Yeah, he does look like Barry Manilow there. Yeah. But that's what he looks like normally.
Oh, that one's horrible.
He looks like. Do you remember the guy? Sorry, this is terrible. The man's dead. I know he's a murderer, but still, he's. He looks like the cover of
great
Creep
producer,
Show.
very influential. But what a loon!
What an absolute loon! Yeah.
Which brings up the debate about if you like somebody's music or something that they've created, but they themselves are an absolute maniac, right?
Yeah.
Do you still like their music or their art or whatever?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I think you can go. I mean, I used to listen.
Depends what they've done, I suppose. Well, I don't like Adolf Hitler's paintings.
No, well, only postcards. They were tiny as well.
But that's not because of him. Just don't like his paintings.
Just crap.
Don't like landscapes.
Not a fan. Like U2, the band U2, not the bomber.
Not me and James.
Not U2, yeah, not the other U2. They they did a tour in North America sponsored by BlackBerry. Do you remember the phone company BlackBerry? No one else does.
That sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, and at that point I was like, well, I guess I'm done with U2. I don't know what it was, but just I thought they've got all that money and they need to get a sponsor for a tour, and they're getting more money in from ticket sales and from T-shirts and everything. I thought it's a bit greedy, and I'm out. And that was, geez, what, 20 years ago or something like that they did that, and I've never bought a U2 album since. So I don't know, that they obviously didn't kill anyone, but I was kind of done.
Do you know that the profile of Apple's, oh my god, is it the iTunes profile? Is like a profile of a singer?
What is?
Is Apple's one of Apple's apps? I've got a profile, profile face, face profile of somebody singing.
Have they?
Oh god! No.
What are you trying to tell me?
Talk amongst yourselves.
I know. Do you mean Bill Gates' arrest photograph?
Aye, artists. You know the artists icon on an Apple.
Yeah.
That is Bono. That's a profile picture of Bono. Yeah, you go. This. See that? Can you see that?
Let me just bring you up full screen there. So yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's how deep involved as a corporate.
Wow. There you go.
Person he is, a businessman.
There you go. Did you know that? Do you want to know
there's anything wrong with that? If you're friends with Steve Jobs and he likes U2,
yeah,
doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Do you want to know another famous icon that was used? Right, here you go. You're in the corporate world. You've seen this icon before. You'll never unsee it now. So on the right hand side there is Bill Gates, and that's his famous Albuquerque arrest shot for riding a Porsche at thousands of miles an hour. And so what they did was they took the outline of that, and it is the default missing picture profile in Outlook, and has been for several years. So there you go.
Mind blown. Didn't know that.
Never look at Outlook again the same way.
That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
These guys have got loads of money. They've got friends that are famous. Drag them in. Come on, Chris Martin.
Come on, Chris Martin.
Come on, that ginger-headed Ed Sheeran guy.
Oh God, not Ed Sheeran.
No,
he's in that Yesterday movie, isn't he? You've got a show and tell to show though.
Well, I do, yeah.
By the way, there isn't much news. Next, we should mention.
Well, the other story was the other story I shared.
Shall we dovetail it into that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to bring it up then? This is back to your Daily Mail links.
Aye. Well, basically, right. The story that I shared with Sloan is there are some villagers complaining, not about COVID, not about isolating, not about having to live in their house and not go to work and all those things. They're complaining that the fact that they've got Star Wars being filmed right next to them. Yeah.
So this is the story here. So according to the Daily Mail, Darth Vader,
for 3 years,
various villagers slam Star Wars bosses. Now, first of all, I think this is a complete non-story. This is the Daily Mail just trying to whip up hatred for Star Wars. It looks nice though. So somebody's got a drone shot.
I zoomed in on it.
This. And there's sort of big sets and all that kind of stuff being built, and that's kind of what you see from your some place. I mean, who knows? That could be the middle of a field the guy's standing in. It could be nowhere near a house. Who knows where it is?
It's a quarry. It's an unused quarry, isn't it?
That picture there looks like it's in the middle of nowhere.
This is in the UK.
That looks like production buildings over there. That looks like production buildings there. So ergo, that is the same as that, which means there's nobody around this place. Now, we have a quarry up there, and it's miles away from civilization. And it's not going to... If they filmed it in that quarry, we would never know.
I'll tell you something, though, right? See, in normal times, they would be bringing a lot of economy into that because there's workers there. They'll be needing fed. They'll be going to the village to, go to the local pub, get their bar meals and all that. But they're all shut now.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of go. Talking about
maybe
traffic.
I'm moaning about that.
So it says it might generate some jobs, but this is a pretty rural area which has always been quiet and peaceful. The thought of turning it into some sort of intergalactic war zone to make TV shows is horrifying. This is clearly okay. I'm going to turn this off just now because I'm in rant mode now. This is clearly some guy went to some town council meeting and they all had a vote and said, "Are we okay with Disney coming here and making a movie?" And everybody put their hands up and went, "Yes, we all agree with it." And this one guy in the back went, "I don't." And he's gone to Daily Mail
with a Battlestar Galactica t-shirt on,
with a Buck Rogers t-shirt on. You're going like Star Trek. It's a Star Trek. Star Trek t-shirt.
I'm not up for
that. Picard's having Nausicaa of it. There you go. James will get that joke. Anyway,
I bet he will.
and we'll get letters. And he's going like, "I'm not happy with that," and he's complained to the press about it. He's complained to the Sun as well, according to the Daily Mail. So it's not even the Daily Mail's original.
He's complained to the Sun.
He's complained to the Sun. So he's a Sun reader.
Well, there you go. That's a level. That's a level of
Sun reader.
What you're getting.
Exactly.
If they were filming, by the way, at a quarry 30 miles away from me, I'd be like there every weekend.
I'd be there with binoculars.
Oh, binoculars. I'd be there with I'd buy a drone, especially for that.
I'd sit the test. I'd be sitting there with 20 batteries. Yeah.
I can't get a drone.
Well, yeah. I'd love to fly.
Because of COVID?
No, I need to get a license to fly it in Canada.
You have flown it, have you not?
Before the restrictions came in, yeah.
Have you flown it yet?
Oh, no, I've flown it. Yeah.
Aye.
Do you remember when we were talking about making a fake Netflix documentary thing? I was like, all right, okay, I'll go out this weekend and do it. That Monday, they announced that they were going to put restrictions on flying. And I'm like, damn it. So
I like that fake documentary about the guy that drew a cock and balls on a car.
Okay.
You seen that one?
No.
It's like a joke version of a Netflix documentary, and it's set. I think it's set in a school, and somebody's drawing a cock and balls on the headmaster's car,
testicles,
and they're trying to figure out who it was.
Anyway, in other news, I heard a rumor. So other than the fact there's this one disgruntled guy who doesn't understand how town councils work, there's no way you can't just Just think about it this way. Disney turns up with a fleet of trucks and goes, "We're just taking over this field now." And the locals go, "I don't think you are." Yes, we are. They've got planning permission for all this stuff, which means it has to go through the town council. So whatever this guy's complaining about, he's garbage. Anyway, I can't remember what I was going to say now.
I've got another story.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. I remember what I was going to say now. I heard a rumor that Tamura Morrison's going to be in the old Obi Wan show.
Really?
As Commander Cody.
Oh, really? That'd be cool, man. I can imagine that'll be good.
The boys are back.
That'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. That makes sense as well. Very cool.
And they have to start filming it now because apparently Aquaman starts filming later on this year. So they've got to do it now.
What was that? Why?
Because he's an Aquaman. He plays Adam's dad.
Oh, of course, right. Yeah, he does. Sorry. I'm sure that's not what it's all resting on. But,
I'm sure CGI I'm in later, along with the rest of it.
Well, the other big thing, games-wise, this week for me or us, was the announcement of, well, not the announcement, but a new trailer for Super Mario 3D World. Did you watch that?
Oh no, I didn't know. No, I did see an advert for it, but not an ad, like a static ad for it.
Yeah, they did a kind of a 7-minute or 8-minute Nintendo Direct, and it's got the original game with buttons, as in with extras, and it's also got Bowser's Dark World or whatever it's called as well attached to it.
That's the one I saw. Yeah.
Which looks awesome. Looks absolutely awesome. And they've released a new version of the Switch as well, and it's like a Mario. So it's like blue and red Mario colors Switch.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, so that game looks awesome though.
It's not a blue and red Mario Switch anyway. The one I've got is blue and red.
No, like it's proper Mario colors.
Oh, okay.
Not like the kind of cyan and red.
Yeah, the neon colors. Which, by the way, is the only
the docking station's coloured as well.
I had a choice of the grey. Remember the grey Switch Nintendo, or the blue and red neon colors, and I'm like, gotta get the neon colors.
Oh yeah,
that's not any sense about the grey one.
Don't talk to me about the Joy-Con. So.
No, I'm not going to mention that. Also, this is new as well. This news just in. Lucasfilm Games is back in name only.
Yes, that's right.
It's a whole slew of Star Wars related products that's coming out. In fact, we'll probably get a copyright strike here, but we'll try it without sound. See what happens.
Well, these are all games that are already out, apart from the Lego one, I think.
Yeah.
Lucas games are back. LucasArts, it was called, though, wasn't it called Lucasfilm Games?
So it was Lucasfilm Games to start with. That's when they released like Ball Blazer and things like that. And then after they sort of spun off that division, it became LucasArts. But it was initially Lucasfilm Games. Journey to Batuu.
Okay, there's a Sims thing. That looks weird.
Sam's sure about that, she loves The Sims, and she's got a whole bunch of things for The Sims, like Grogu and things.
What's the Battlefront 2 stuff, though? Is that just extra? This looks good for the Skywalker saga.
I can't wait to get this. I loves me some Lego games.
Yeah, me too. I think that'll be good. Did you never got Fallen Order, did you?
No, I didn't know.
That was a good game, actually. Really good. Enjoyed that. Didn't finish it, obviously, but
is that set in the same time as Mandalorian? Is it like just after all of the Empire?
It is.
Is it like Operation Cinder type time frame?
Yes, it's after Return of the Jedi, because it starts off in a kind of junkyard.
Space. Yes, cool. It is. Yeah, I've seen that bit. Yeah. Which apparently was going to be the opening. It was a weird. Somebody did a reimagining of the J.J. Abrams Force Awakens opening, and it was basically it was like two Corellian blockade runners, the Tantive 4 type ships, and they were towing a Star Destroyer behind them, and then the tractor beams drop, and then the ship just plummets into Jakku, and then the next bit is it crashes and it goes dark, and then the next thing you see is Rey opening the shutter to get into the electronics and stuff.
Good, actually. Good.
Yeah,
is that official, or is that
No, it's just somebody did it.
Is that just a fan thing?
Mm-hmm.
There's some great fan stuff out there.
There is, yeah.
Great
yeah,
stuff.
the deep fake stuff's amazing.
Oh, do you see the Carrie Fisher deep fake?
No, I had the Millie Bobby Brown ones.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, aye.
Yeah.
You watch that?
No, I haven't, no. I was watching an Enola Gay. Enola Gay, that's the ship.
Rilla Holmes.
Enola Holmes. And all I could think was, my God, she looks like Carrie Fisher. That's all I could think. All the way through it. I'm like,
I sent you the deep fake thing and you never watched
it. Princess Leia in the before times.
Aye.
I
read the
Adventures of Young Leia.
I read the Princess Diaries
on Alderaan.
Do you know how many times do you know how many times she mentions Mark Hamill?
No. None.
Practically none.
Really?
All about Harrison Ford. All about Harrison Ford.
Hey, do you know what would be good, actually, is the Adventures, so you could have a kid's show. Here's one, right. Jodie and I will do the pitch for you for this, but for Disney out there, if you're looking for a sort of like preteen drama type series for Disney Plus, I've got a good thing for you. It's called The Young Adventures or The Adventures of Young Leia, and you could have Cara Dune in it because she's from Alderaan, and Leia's from Alderaan, and it's all and they must be about the same age ish. I would have thought
at that period,
at that point in time. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Or maybe Cara's just a little bit older. But anyway, they're roughly about the same age anyway.
Too much of a thing that they would know each other, though.
Just saying. They could do like a Prince and a Pauper thing. Like she's from a rough end of town. Princess and the Pauperess. I don't know. I think you could make it work.
I could make it work. No.
I think somebody could make it work. Kevin Feige could make it work.
He could definitely make it work.
Yeah. If anyone can make things work, it's Kevin Feige.
Yeah. So anyway, talking about Cara Dune, my show and tell is my new 3 3/4 inch figures, which is my choice size of figure. I don't go Black Series. Too big. These are just right. It's a Goldilocks method that I go for. Anyway, so I got very shiny actually.
It is, isn't it?
Cara.
Can I? Let me swap you out here. There you go. That's it.
That's better.
Oh yeah.
Cara. Very nice figure. Very detailed.
Okay.
So it's like it's like a carbonized, shiny. You can see.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like foily.
Yeah. So does it say Kenner on it, or is it? Oh, it's Harry.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it says Kenner.
Oh, it does say Kenner on it. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Very cool. So
that's really nice. Yeah.
Well, I got the Black Series Baby Yoda, Grogu, the child, but it's tiny. But it's probably scale's not too bad. I should have brought it down actually. Yeah. Scale's not too bad for this one. With this size.
Yeah.
And I got Mando prior to his Beskar.
Okay, so it's the original one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to get the Beskar version as well. So kind of same sort of foil style. It only shows 4 figures at the back.
So what are the 4 figures?
So the 4 figures are my site's not what it used to be. Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and Remnant Stormtrooper.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's like as in
the
Stormtrooper's still alive after the Battle of Endor.
Yeah, they call the Empire at this point the Remnant. Remnant is just leftovers.
Yeah. And Imperial Death Trooper.
Oh,
which are the ones from? Are they the ones from Rogue One?
Yes. In fact,
the beginning of Rogue One.
In fact, I have. Let me swap out you for me now, and I actually have them in Lego. which you can't see because of that reason.
Should be. Don't really work in Lego because they should be tall and skinny.
Should be, yeah. He doesn't look very happy. They've all got this face. They've all got like Commander Cody's face. I've heard that voice 1,000 times before.
Thing is, what an insult that was. That was good. That they shouldn't have because they're not clones.
No, they're made up of bits, aren't they? I think.
Initially, the design of the Death Troopers they were going to have tiny heads. They were, it's just like a computer inside their head type thing with human bodies. I think they were kind of manipulated in some way. But
Somebody was saying that the reason why, so normally when you hear stormtroopers, it's like there's one set for stun, that kind of thing. And when you hear the Death Troopers, it's like, and it's because it's all encoded, and so they understand what they're saying to each other, but no one else does, which I thought was kind of cool as well.
Cody,
encoded. Rinsler. He fights for the users. I'm getting my Disney films mixed up now, Dad.
I think you are. God help us all.
I know. And on that bombshell, I think we'll end the festivities just now. If you like this video, if you wouldn't mind, it helps the channel out if you smash that like button and consider sharing us on social media, on the old Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And if you really want to know when we're putting up a new video up next, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down underneath there if you're watching this on YouTube, and you'll get timely reminders of when we post new videos up. And if you're on iTunes, a 5-star like would be nice. 5-star review would be nice. Doesn't cost you anything, no price of admission, all that kind of stuff. It's free. So yeah, that's it. You got anything else you want to bring up? Or
thank you everyone for your kind support and your
kisses.
I'm getting emotional. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.